NBC TV 18 that the cabinet will take a call on the much anticipated 5/20 rule tomorrow, with rules for carriers being modified. Remember, new airlines have been awaiting clarity on that front before firming up aircraft procurement plans. Under the 5/20 rule, only local carriers having at least 5 years of operational experience and a minimum of 20 aircrafts are allowed to fly overseas. Ronojoy Banerjee is here with the details. Ron, what can we expect in cabinet tomorrow?
Well, it's not just the 5/20 rule. Clearly, there's been a lot of attention on the 5/20 rule, but the cabinet will be taking up the entire aviation policy, and there are some very important, elements in that. But of course, starting with the 5/20 rule, what we understand right now, we of course cannot preempt a cabinet decision, but the sense is that the cabinet may agree to modify the 5/20 rule. So while they might junk the 5-year rule, they might, however, retain the minimum of 20 aircraft rule before a company becomes eligible to fly overseas. So that is a modification that we need to watch out for. Sources indicate that can go through. Apart from that, of course, within the policy, the big focus has been on regional air connectivity, and that is where one of the proposals is capping airfares of up to 2,500 rupees on a 1-hour flight. And any losses that airlines make because of that will be compensated for by the state governments, and will also be partly met through a viability gap fund, which is basically a cess of 2% will be levied on all the tickets, and this cess will then will be sort of used to create a fund which will be supporting airlines to go and improve overall regional air connectivity. And the other thing that are also expected to be taken up is that the MRO or the maintenance operations, the MRO as a sector will perhaps be will recognize as an infrastructure sector, so that will come as a big boost. So clearly we need to wait and watch whether they finally take it up or not. So tomorrow is, we understand, cabinet will finally look it up.
Of course, tomorrow is the big day, Ron. Thanks for joining in. With that, we'll get back to